All right, let me tell you about my little man Champ, man. It's my little man Champ. We out of town. This is street story. This is what it is. Sit back, enjoy the ride. You know, I don't feel like doing prison stories today, so I'm gonna do a little street story. All right, so check out the intro. Give me an emoji what you think of the intro, man. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm going to tell you about my man Champ. You know what I mean? We out of town. This the way it play out so y'all understand what's going on. Now, we out of town. I got a little homie named Champ. I go out of town and, you know, this the time when my brother robbed me for like 10 joints, man. He robbed me for 10 joints, you know what I mean? You know, gunshots. My brother robbed me for 10 joints, said that, you know, DEA came on the bus. He left he left the bus because they came on with dogs, and you know the 10 joints went to Texas. You know, some old fugazi story. I'll give you the whole story later, but right now this is about Champ. All right. So now after my brother screw up with that, you know what I mean, things happening. You know, he went down to Atlanta and I stayed. You know, where I was at out of town with him. We down in Virginia. Now we down in Virginia and you know. I'm behind now, you know, because this was during a drought. So I'm behind. So I winds up going to Virginia, you know, myself. I set up shop, you know what I mean? So I hook up with, you know, one of the, you know, workers we had down there, and me and him doing our thing. And while we doing our thing down there, you know, everything going good. Everything going real good while we doing our thing down there, right? So I tell dude, straight up, this how we gonna do it. Just to let you know how the hustle game work. I said, this how we gonna do it. I got to connect and you down here in the field so you know the people in the field. So I'm gonna go up top. I'm gonna bring the joints down. And like I said, I went from dealing with 10 joints and now I'm down to dealing with 9 ounces. I had 5,000 to my name. It was like 20,000 for a key at the time. So I got 9 ounces to my name, you know. But I'm getting it at the time for about 15, you know? So I tell him straight up, look, I'm getting it for 15, you know? We're gonna make 30, so we're gonna just double that, and we're gonna split the 15 that we get down the middle. You get 7,500, I get 7,500, and everything's supposed to be good. We ain't gonna touch nothing for 6 months. We're gonna let it blow up, and we'll be at 20, 30 keys, maybe even 50 or 100 within, you know, the 6 months. And after the 6 months, we take the money out. Now, I go down there and one of my baby mothers is pregnant and she was living with me at the time. And I couldn't even afford to pay the rent in New York at this time. So we go down there and we take the bus down there and, you know, we bring the little 9 ounces down there, you know, conceal it. We take it down there. And when we get down there, we staying with the homie. Now, we staying with him, his mother, and his little brother. Little brother was about maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. So when we get down there, everything is crazy. You know, we making money and his man tried to make a pass at my pregnant baby mother. You know what I mean? Now, you know, I'm not no lover dog ass nigga, so, you know, I don't want to have to do him in. You know, just putting it that way. I don't want to have to do him in, you know? So I wanted to do him in, but not behind some lover dog nigga crap, but just because it's the principle of the thing that he disrespected me, that I bring my woman from New York, all the women in Virginia, and he trying to talk to mine. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like either you think I'm a sucker or you just a dumb nigga, you know? So I took it at that he thought I was a sucker. So baby moms made me promise me that I wasn't going to do him in once she told me what happened, because she was upset, and I saw she was upset, you know? So I said, all right, well, just tell me what's going on. I ain't going to do nothing, you know what I mean? So now we sitting there, and she tell me a dude tried to make a pass at her. So I'm furious. I'm beyond furious. You understand? Like, this nigga must really think I'm a sucker. That's all was in my mind, because I'm on the street, and I look at it like a dude trying to get over. You know, that's what it is. And I'm not going for a dude disrespecting me. So we leave and we go deal with another dude named Champ. This was on Christmas Eve, you know? So we leave and we go deal with another dude named Champ down there. And I run the same thing down to him. Because now when I was with this kid trying to tell me, you know, that added to me leaving, you know, besides the fact that his man tried to talk to my baby moms, I wanted to do them in, and I promised baby moms I wasn't going to do them. I go push up on my other little man because dude is saying that I wanted too much. You understand what I'm saying? So dude is saying that I wanted too much for the work, and you know, like I was getting too much. I wasn't supposed to get half because I wasn't the one that brought it in. But I'm not going for that. You know what I mean? I told him straight up that we're not going to do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I really left him, because he was greedy. But when I presented the deal to Champ that we're going to split the money down the middle, we ain't going to touch it for 6 months, he went with it. Everything was good. So me and Champ doing our thing, and next thing you know, we done turned the little, you know, 9 grand in the, the little 9 ounces, you know, into like 2 keys, 3 keys. We doing our thing. And so right now we work with over 100,000. So with the 9 grand, we got over 50,000 a piece. You know what I mean? So we running back and forth and we doing our thing. I'm bringing the work down. He moving the work, and everything is good. So now we up to $250,000. We up to $250,000. So with the $250,000, now dude, keeping it 100, you know what I mean? We agreed to buy 2 matching BMWs. I was gonna get a black one, because I'm the boss, you know what I mean? For the seriousness of the color, you know, with like Palomino interior. And he was gonna get a red one with Palomino interior. Mine was gonna say, you know what I mean, cash, you know, and his was gonna say money, you know, on the license plate. So we had it all planned. So I pull up down there one day out of the blue, you know, but before we go there, because I'm riding, you know, I like to ride. You know, gunshots and sirens to me ride, you know, I like to ride. So before that, we go to a little club. If y'all from down Norfolk, y'all know about Studio 9. We go to Studio 9 over there in Park Place. So we in Studio 9, and his baby mom's there, and she there with her best friend. She introduced me to one of her buddies, and you know, we kicking it, everything is good. And you know, little buddy was bad, had a nice little slim petite body the way I like it, little back go in, little button pop out, bam. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm dancing with her, and she throwing it at me, and she's doing her thing. This is the time when Lisa Stanfield's song was out, I've Been Around the World, and I. Now, when I mentioned that song because while I was dealing with her, we driving down from New York one day. I got a little 10 keys in the trunk. So we driving down from New York, and the song just came out. She kept playing it, kept playing it, kept playing it. That's all she played, you know? And I liked the song. I love the song. We enjoyed the song. But after I looked back on it, I thought about it. She was playing the song because she had another big dope boy that bought a wide-body Mercedes-Benz down there that was getting plenty of money. Dude took her to Cancun and all that. Took her to Jamaica, and, you know, they flossed it, and that was his girl. But, you know, he had other girls, and, you know, she was loyal to him, but he doing what we doing, we get money, as he should, you know? So he meets a new chick, he leaves her, and she waiting on him to call. So in between there, my man's girl introduced me to her. So now when he introduced me to her, everything is good. You know, we in the club, we doing us, we chilling. And the first night when we leave the club, we go back to the hotel, you know, because Shorty know what time it is. It's time to bone, you know what I mean? Or, you know, get off the throne, you know? So we get back to the hotel, and while we're in the hotel, she's saying, I want you to beat me up. I said, beat you up? She said, yeah, punch me in the face. I said, what? She said, man, punch me in the face. I said, nah, I'm not doing nothing like that. What is you nuts? And she's like, and I'm in Virginia, so that's the last thing I'm trying to do right now is, you know, get a domestic violence on a female, plus a female I didn't even hit yet. Why should I have to beat you up in order to hit it? You know? And she's like, nah, that turns me on. It gets me real wet and moist. I'm like, hold up. I got to beat you up for you to get turned on? You're not turned on just from looking at me? Yeah, big shot to my ego. But I'm like, nah, man, you know? So she smacks the crap out of me in the face. I said, whoa, you know what I mean? I said, yo, what was that for? And next thing I know, she looks me straight in the eye and she snuffs me again. Boom. And I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? So now I'm getting pissed. So I look at her and I said, yo, chill out. And she went to smack me again. So I grabs her. So when I grab her, I'm holding her and she's kicking and screaming and you know what I mean? And she's kicking and screaming. She reached back and she trying to kiss me. But you know, gangster like me, I don't do no kissing, man. You know what I mean? Kissing was, you know, out of my repertoire. You know, so she reached back, she trying to kiss me and got her tongue all over the place in my ear, down my neck, and she getting turned on from the wrestling match of me holding her. Have your brothers ever been through with a woman that was like that, that wanted you to beat them up to get sexually aroused? Up to this day, I haven't figured out what it is that happened in her childhood trauma that made her feel she needed to be whooped on in order to get stimulated sexually. But I'm holding her and, you know, now she turned on from the little couple of smacks and me holding her and trying to wrestle her and she trying to scratch my face and she's going through, it's like we're physically fighting. And I'm just holding her because the last thing I'm going to do is hit a female, you know? So, you know, of course me, you know, I'm buck wild and I'm with everything. Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. So I bends over and I started hitting it from the bed. Yeah, I'm going to keep it 100. You know, I'm hitting it raw. So I bends over and I'm hitting it and I'm banging it out and she's calling me all kinds of black mother. You know what I mean? You know, hit it harder. What is you doing, nigga? Give me that New York style. I'm like, whoa, you know? So, you know, now she's playing with my ego again. So I'm bang, 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 bang. So we had a good old night. So the next morning when we get up to leave, my man, Champ, coming in, he said, yo, how was it? I said, man, yo, shorty crazy. She wanted me to beat her up. So he's like, nah, yo, son, that's what the girls into down here. They like when you act out and when you beat them up and pull pistols and all that. And I'm like, dog, I'm not pulling no pistol on no female to get no sex. And he's like, yo, that's what they like down here. I said, dude, wrong one. You know, and I got a baby moms down there, so I'm dead wrong for violating, but I'm old dog. I'm going to keep it 100. When you're in the street, you got to be a dog. Because let me tell you about my baby mom so you understand. I had her living with me in a spot up in the Bronx, right? You know, when this happened. I'm in the Bronx, and I come in the house one day, and the music is loud, so she don't hear me come in, and she's pacing back and forth in the room, and she's talking shit to somebody on the phone. Yeah, nigga, you can't handle it, buddy. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and nigga, fuck you. And she pacing, and she in a zone, you know? And I'm standing, because, you know, if you ever been in the Bronx, they got them long hallways, and then, you know, it got the living room, and then, of course, the kitchen and the bedrooms or whatever. So I'm standing behind the curtain that I had up in the hallway. So while I'm standing behind this curtain, I'm listening to my girl talking to a dude about screwing the crap out of him, you know? So, but I couldn't take it no more. I don't want no lover dog nigga crap. Just listen. You just listen, man. You know what I mean? Come on. All right. Round of applause. But chill out, y'all. Chill out. Now, I couldn't take it no more, so I step out the curtain, and I just sit there with my arms folded, and I look at her. So when I looks at her, she stops dead in the tracks, and she hangs up the phone. This before cell phones. It's a house phone. And, of course, it got redial on it, so I go in the joint, and I said, yo, who was that? And she said, oh, no, that was nobody. Nobody? You talking about screwing some dude or whatever? You know, she like, you know, I said, well, give me the phone. Let me see who it is. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I could have just hit redial. So when she went to hand me the phone, she and pressed some other numbers and hit call. So it knocked out the number she was talking to. But later on, one of her buddies told me that it was her ex-man, some dude that she was in love with that always played her out, that they tried to get, you know, her to forget about him the same way the girl in Virginia tried to get my girl to forget about the dude with the big wide-body Benz was getting all the money down there that was taking on these expensive trips. So I'm like, nah, dog. You know, nah. So, you know, I ain't mad because I'm out doing my thing, but, you know, I'm in my body a little bit that she even played me because she was younger than me. So I'm thinking, how this young girl gonna play old gangster like me? So now, You know, behind that, when I go down to Virginia, you know, I was already, at this time, though, to keep it 100, I was coming home every night by 10 o'clock off the block. And I was living a family man life. But when she did that, I went back and, you know, I wasn't dealing with nothing in New York. But when I went down to Virginia, I used to go out with my man. She was there. She was pregnant, belly big. And, you know, in my mind, if I hit it, you know what I mean? You know, I'm going to bust the baby brain or something when I put it in. You know what I mean? So I'm not even really trying to have sex with her. More times, she was an old sexy woman. So she'd come and she'd be like, you know, just bend me over. You know what I mean? And hit it from the back. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm going from the back and I'm being gentle because it's in my mind that I'm going to, you know, the tip of my joint going hit my child. You know what I mean? It might do something to my son or something. So I don't really want to do it. So I'm slow grinding. She reaching back. She pulling me in. We having wild adulterated sex, but I still wasn't comfortable with it. You know what I mean? So I go out with my man and he introduced me to little shorty. We riding. Let's get back to little shorty now. I just wanted you to know something about baby moms. Yeah, I know I tell these stories good. So now, my man tell me you got to beat the chick up. I'm not into all that, but me and the little chick start hanging out. We doing our thing. So I might speed it up because I'm in a good zone today. You know, I'm a little serious mode, but I'm in a good zone. I wanted y'all to hear this story. So we doing our thing, and, you know, I started messing with shorty. She used to wear these little slim, you know, summer dresses, and she liked the leopard print because she was like a caramel complexion, and it matched the complexion. You know what I mean? And it made her look crazy sexy. You know, so we get to the crib, and we at my man crib because, you know, I go over his crib and go chill, and he waiting on his baby mother to come, but my girl came early, and when my girl came early, I went to the payphone to call my baby mom to check on her, because we ain't no cell phone. So I'm at the cell phone, I'm at the payphone, and I'm checking on my baby moms, and I go back in the house, and when I go in the house, my little shorty come out, she pissed off. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, what happened? You know, she's so loyal to her girl. She got mad because my man made a play at it. He known her from before, from when he first met his girl. He know that that's his girl best friend. But, you know, we all dogs, my nigga. That's why I said you can't be on that I love a dog crap. You know what I mean? So my man tried to hit it, and she told me he tried to hit it. But like I said, I got a girl, so I can't get mad. All right, he tried to hit it. You look good in the dress. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what us dogs do. You know? So I push up on my man. I said, yo, shorty mad because she said you tried to hit it and she felt you disrespected her girl. And he's like, nah, dog, you know? Of course I tried to hit it, you know what I mean? She a smut. You know what I mean? You know what a smut is. You know what I mean? That's like a mutt and a sex fiend all rolled in one. So like, she's a smut. So I said, all right, well, you know, she kind of pissed off. I said, all right, well, I'm going to take her in the back. I'm going to, you know, knock her brains out. You know what I mean? Hit the back all up in the neck. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm going to talk to her and let her know, don't go tell your girl so that it don't cause no problems. Because that's how we look out for each other. Like I said, he tried to hit mines. You know what I mean? And I don't want her to tell her girl. So now I got to sex her good and do a little pillow talking and tell her to chill out. So, of course, I do my job. Everything good, you know? Now, we getting plenty of money, me and my man. You know, we doing our thing. So, you know, we done got up to about $500,000. So I pop up down there one day and didn't tell him I was coming. Mind you, we not taking no money out. We just taking all the money and throwing it back in the kitty and taking all the money and buying more work, more work. So right now we're dealing with about 50 keys over in the Tidewater area. If y'all in the Tidewater area, you know 50 keys is a lot of joints. But that's how we doing it. Now, this is the way it played out. I like giving y'all a little bit. Like, this is none of this to brag boast, just telling you youngins how it go, because there's going to be a moral to this story. You understand? Cash App on the screen, man. Use the Cash App. Make sure you use that Cash App. You know what I mean? And it must say Unique Mecca Hall. After you put it in, it'll say Waynesworth Hall in the green sign, the same color as on the screen. So now, we got a little $500,000, so I pop up without telling my man. When I tell my man, you know, I meet him over in his neighborhood, and he asks me where I'm at. And, you know, I was over there in Park Place, so he shoots over there to Park Place to meet me. When he shoot over there to meet me, I seen this badass blue BMW go by with black interior with the top down, you know? And I didn't really see who was in it, but the car was dope, and it went by so nice, and I only seen it because I heard the music blasting. So now, my man comes walking around the corner, and I asked him why he met me here. You know, he said, nah, You know, I'm already in the neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So now when we get ready to leave, we walk up to the corner, and this man that was with him walks over to the BMW and gets in the BMW, so that gives him away. So I said, damn, son, you bought a BMW? You know what I mean? I said, I thought we was going to buy the two matching joints, cash and money. And he's like, yeah, but, you know, they had a good deal on it. I said, then why you ain't call me and tell me? We said we weren't going to take nothing out of it. And he's like, nah, I really wanted it. I said, all right, so what you did is you really broke your word. You know what I mean? So being that you broke your word, I think it's time for us to just separate. You know what I mean? So we got $500,000. I'm going to give you $250,000 because I'm holding the money. I said, I'm going to give you $250,000 and I'm going to keep $250. Forget the $9 that I put in up front. That's being petty because we're dealing with too much. So I give him $250, he take $250, and I tell him, all right, whatever you want to do now you just buy it cash. So I was selling it to him for $30,000 a joint. I was selling to him for $30,000 a joint because I don't open them up. When I get it from the Colombian, I leave it just like it is and I give it to them. When they sell it down in Virginia, if y'all down in Virginia back in the day, you already know they put milk, lactose, and everything else in it, cutting it up. So they might take 800 grams, 900 grams, sometimes 700 grams and put 300 grams of cut on it and, you know, make an extra 300 grams. So I gives it to him raw where he got room to put 500 grams on it, make a key and a half, and it still be fire to cook up, to sell crack, or, you know what I mean, to sniff, whatever you want to do, you know. So I tell him 30,000, you know. So my man comes by and he picks up and I gives him his 5, you know what I mean, for 30 apiece. So now he owe me 150,000. So he said, look, if I sell these in an hour, you know, can I get them for 25 apiece? That's 125,000. I said, if you're doing that, of course you can. So he goes downstairs, you know, to the car, you know, and he leaves, and he come back in about 30 minutes, and he got 125,000 cash. He said, let me get 5 more. So I give him 5 more. Now he buying it, so I get my money up front, and whatever he make off it, that's his money. You understand? So he buying the joints now, and, you know, we dropped it down to 25. So he said, okay, look, if I buy 10, could I get it for 20? You understand what I'm saying? At this time, like I said, the price dropped from 15 for me to like 10, you know? So I said, well, I'm still making 10 is what I'm thinking to myself. Yeah, I give it to him for 20. So he start buying 10 joints at a time. He doing this thing. Then he goes out and buys a couple of MPVs to match my joints. Because whatever I do, he's mimicking me because I'm from Harlem. I'm the trendsetter. So he buys some MPVs. He got the MPVs down there. Then he goes out and he buys the big Suburban truck, and, you know what I mean? He buys the Jeep, and everything I buy, he buy, which I loved it because, you know, that was my protege. So now he got all these cars. He down there doing his thing, but as he's making more money, he's meeting more females. For meeting more females, he starts screwing more females, and like I said, say what you want. Niggas might fake it. Unique don't fake it at Unique Mega Audio. We screwing these girls butt raw. We ain't using no condoms. So, of course, now he got like 4 girls pregnant. But his original baby mom that put me on him is pissed off that he got these other 4 girls pregnant, and they bad girls. They look great. You know, I'm talking about like video models without the airbrush. You know what I mean? All smooth, because everything was young, because we was young in our early 20s. Now, my man used to pull up at like, you know, my brother used to hang out at the college campuses, so that's where we used to get our girls. But my man used to like the young girls, so he pulled up at the high schools. You know, big shout out to Booker T. Big shout out to Booker T. He pulls up over at like Booker T and the different little high schools down there, Chesapeake High and all that. And we meet some girls over there, and, you know, well, he meets some girls, he bring them back, and he gets a whole separate house just to keep these girls. You know how it is. That's why this is for the ladies too, and the young ladies, you know. Dudes don't care about you. You know, just like I tell the dudes, the females don't care about you. That's why I say don't be a lover dog ass nigga. So I go to the little crib that he got. I don't know what's going on, but he tell me meet him over here at this other apartment he got one day. I had to go pick up a little $250,000. So I go over there to pick up the money, and he got like 5 little runaway girls in there from high school. You know what I mean? Mind you, at the time, you know what I mean, we young, you know what I mean? We like, you know, he's like maybe 19, 20, you know, at that age, and I'm like 23 or something like that. So, you know, back then it was, you know, no disrespect, just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? You know, at that age, they still talk to, you know, girls in, you know, 16 and up, things like that. You know, because I even had a girl's mother, you know, when I tried to tell her that, yo, you too young for me, shorty. Her mother told me, nah, she ain't young. You got my approval. So that's what happened when you get money on the street. So he got these little chicks up in the joint. And we go over there, and he got about 5 little runaway girls up in there from high school and college. And, you know, him and the whole crew doing what they got to do with him, you know. But now here comes the problem. Let's go. So his baby moms finds out about this house and these girls that he got. So she used to go there banging on the door, telling the nigga to come out, leave them girls alone and all that old crap. So, you know, he come out and they get to fighting, and then they go to a hotel, have sex. Because like I said, they like to fight and have sex. Pay attention. Everything matches up, you know. So they fight and they go have sex or whatever. And, you know, then we get back together the next day and everything is good. We just chilling. So now his baby moms decided to get even with him and said, okay, well, if you could do it, I could do it. So she started going to these ops. The other dudes that got the bag like us, these are dudes that, you know, was copping maybe 2 and 3, you know, kilos down there at a time, you know. But, you know, that's nothing to where we at. But down in Virginia, that's a lot of money. You know, in the Tidewater area, dude working with 2 keys, because they 9 times out of 10, then Lincoln Park, Roberts Park, Foundation Park, you know what I mean, Sunrise Hill. They you know, they somewhere down there and they breaking it down in pieces. So off of 1 key, they might make 80,000. So that's like damn near 160, 200,000, you know, off of 2 keys. So, you know, of course, they the man. They buying whips. We putting the crazy color bowling ball, flip-flop paint jobs on the cars, putting the crazy stereo system, you know what I mean? But they couldn't get the jewels like us, because I'm taking my man up to the Bowery, you know, down by Canal Street, you know, or the 47th Street and 5th Ave, and we getting the real joints. You understand? So, of course, you know, we shining. We getting everything custom made. So, you know, we're in a whole nother league than them. So it didn't make no sense for his girl to go talk to this dude, because you could really separate the men from the boys and know that we're the men and they're the boys. But she'll go in, you know, she'll ride around in one of the ops' cars, you know, with the top down where everybody see her. Now my man getting 100 beeps, because we didn't have cell phone. My man getting 100 beeps. Yo, I see your girl. She riding with such and such. Da, da, da. See, you know what I mean? They just went to the hotel over there, you know, on Military Circle. They just went to the hotel over there off 64, you know? So now my man gets pissed, you know, and he rolls up to the hotel, you know, and get a lady at the desk, you know, a little $500 just to get the key to the room where she at. And then he go up there, open the door, he run up in the joint at pistol point, and he pistol whipping, you know, the ops, you know what I mean? And grabbing his girl and dragging her out of there, and they butt naked in there, you know what I mean, was getting it on, and he pistol whipping this chick, you know? And then now the word got out that the ops looking for him because he caught him off guard, pistol whipped him, and, you know, disrespect him in front of the female, which is his baby moms, you know what I mean? So when all this jumps off, you know, they dudes looking for my man. So my man calls me, and he tell me that he got an issue down there. Things is slow because he got a beef with the ops. So, you know me, I jump on 13. That's Highway 13, and go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, go in through Virginia Beach and shoot down to Norfolk. And I'm asking him like, yo, what's going on? You know, and he's telling me, you know, nah, dude, you know, he got an issue with me, da-da-da, but he ain't telling me the real deal. So one of his homies would be like, nah, that ain't it. You know, his girl was out in the hotel with the dude. We ran up in there. We said, yeah, we went with him. You know, that's the homie, so they gonna go with him. So, but they didn't like it, but they got to hold up the, you know, the big homie down. You know what I mean? Because he's the OG, because he's the one dealing directly with me, and then he breaking them off. So he runs up in the joint. He said they run up in the joint, and he pistol whipped the dude butt naked, took the dude clothes so the dude couldn't even leave. He had to leave with a sheet over him, and cold disrespected him. You understand? Lucky they didn't have no cell phones and all that back then. So when he come out the joint, and my man tell me that, I said, dog, You screwing everything that move. You tried to screw my little shorty that you introduced me to through your baby mom that you know I was kind of feeling. You understand? You got 4 other women pregnant at this moment, you know, and you mad that your girl is screwing someone else. Not even your girl, your baby mother, because you're not claiming her as your girl in public. She's claiming you as her man, but you're not claiming her. Where we do that at? You know what I mean? I said, you went and pistol whipped the dude over your baby moms when you got 4 other baby moms pregnant at this very moment and already have 2 other kids? You going on 7 kids, my nigga. You got 3 current baby moms and 4 on the way. And you pistol whipping the dude for having sex with one of the baby moms. I said, dude, you can't control the ass. He looked at me and you already know what he said, fellas. Put it in the comments what he said. He looked dead in my eyes. Put it in the comments, man. If y'all know it. I ain't gonna slow the story down. He looked me dead in my eyes and he said, but I love her, dog. I said, you love her, dog? He said, man, I love her. I said, dog, you got all these baby moms and all these future baby moms that's pregnant as we speak, and you telling me you love a dog? How you fix your face to say that? And he's like, man, I just don't know, man. I said, yo, my nigga, sit down, man. You know what I mean? Because that's my little homie, my protege. So I had to let him know, dog, you out here screwing everything that move. You can't claim nothing but, you know, with the homies, but the baby moms. I would never talk to one of your baby moms, and I wouldn't expect you to talk to one of my baby moms. But your baby moms is free game for everyone else, and it's a notch under their belt that they was able to get the big man in the town's girl. So they all gonna shoot at your baby moms. You just gotta tighten up your game so your baby moms know to keep their legs closed. And he's like, yo, but I love him, dog. You love him? He's like, I kill a nigga for him. I said, whoa. You know? Now I got to fall back. I'm glad that we no longer in a partnership and you're just copping, because I'm telling you now, you making a profit, you do what you gonna do, you your own man, but as long as you doing that, don't call me down here when you got no beef, because we no longer partners, and I'm not gonna kill no chick because you love a dog. You know? And he said, man, I understand, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna have nobody disrespect me in my town. Dude, no, that was my girl. I said, it's not your girl, it's your baby mom's. To us, it's your girl, so to us, she's off limits. To everybody else, she's free game. You youngins understand that? Gunshots for the niggas that don't. And gunshots to the suckers that agree with him and that bull crap. You know what I mean? Now, you know, I'm going to be, you know, okay, long story short, I'm not going to give you the ending of that story. I'm going to save that for part 2 if you want the rest how this play out. I just wanted to give you all something for this Thursday because I felt like giving you on a throwback Thursday street story, you know? But I'm really thinking about doing a video, you know, addressed to, you know, the young men out in Chicago involved in the gangs, you know, based on that video they did with King Von labeling the little homie as a serial killer. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. If you want my opinion on them labeling King Von as serial killer, you hit me up and you put it in the comments, because I'm thinking about touching on that, because that kind of upset me that a European, white boy, went up there and disrespected the dead like that. You know what I mean? I feel the dude cold disrespected King Von when he labeled him a street serial killer. You know what I mean? I understand this content, they do what they got to do, and it's his opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinion because you got free speech, you know, under the First Amendment. Big Luke Skywalker went to the Supreme Court for us to have him for music. And of course they got, you know, free speech here on YouTube. But that's a bunch of crap. And the way I feel about that crap is gunshots for him even saying something like that about a man like that, you know? So I'm thinking about doing something for the homies in Chicago, man. But let me tap out because I'm thinking about how that European disrespected the little homie with that crap. So, you know, I'm not even in the mood to finish this, but let me tap out. Oh, yeah. My man, Tiny Bum, you know, he got a state tournament starting June 2nd on 145th and Lenox. June 2nd, 145th and Lenox. They're going to have a young man's basketball team. So if y'all got a team you want to put in or whatever, and you're definitely all invited to come check out the basketball games over there at 145th and Lenox. You know what I mean? Starting June 2nd. Big round of applause to Tiny Bum. All right? Now, Cash App on the screen. Let me tap out. Go to Roku and put in Unique Mecca Audio. Go to podcast, Spotify, iTunes, and on the podcast station, Unique Mecca Audio. Download something. Show some love. Give me that emoji. Let's keep this thing going. This is how we do it to Mecca. All right? Let's go.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
I'm 26, he's back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions is a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in home. Cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you can go and visit. Then you can consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get juice from a kingpin. I went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention with stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grandma got along. A man that generated millions on the block. Did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind. Spin a couple bands on the dapper can. You eat back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, this a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, you ain't got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend it Ed. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now we ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. He's about buying property to make the community yard. So we can get back to the youth them, cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the rudiment.